What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you a regular, wow, regular Total War Rome 2 online battle. That unbalanced piece of crap. This better be good. This is a replay sent to me by Trimalchio. You guys might remember him as Suebi Master. I might be Blade Master. This dude is fucking Suebi Master. I hereby proclaim him the master of all Germanics. Trimalchio, Master of Suebi. He has picked Rome actually. No, I'm just kidding. He's obviously picked Suebi. Let's take a look at the armies. He has picked Suebi and he is fighting up against Blind Storm, who has picked Boii. We are going to be fighting in Dank Nemes, of course, the most MLG of all fields. And the most MLG of all Nemes, the Dank Nemes. Let's take a look at Trimalchio's build. He's brought a couple of Cimbri Bowwomen and a Horse Runner on his left flank with a Wodenaz Spear up front and a Noble Rider behind. What? Okay. He's brought another Wodenaz Spear, another Noble Rider, Cimbri Bow, two Cimbri Bows, and a fucking Horse Runner on the right hand flank. And what the he's brought a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Bloodsworn, a Hex Bearer, and a Sword Master General, earning this build Blade Master's seal of edginess. Yes, this is a build even I wouldn't be so edgy to take. What? And he's fighting up against the most spammy of all Boii builds. He's brought Blindstorm has brought a couple of Celtic Bowmen. It's not very kind of spammy. Yeah, spam is real. Blindstorm has brought a couple of Celtic Bowmen. He's brought a couple of Levy Freemen on the flanks. He's brought a Naked Warrior and an Axe Warrior, a Heavy Horse, and an Oath Sworn on either flank, I would think. Yes. The Naked Warriors could be an interesting unit because they can just slaughter the Wodenaz Spears if the Wodenaz Spears don't brace. Because if the Wodenaz Spears brace, they have their expert charge defense, and then that would work very well with their melee defense of 69. They can probably knock back a lot of the Naked Warriors and kill them off. Yes, although even on the charge, they probably do well. He's brought a total of 4 Celtic Warriors whom he's using as meat shields up front. Yes, you heard it first. Meat shields behind his 4 sword followers. The reason why I say that they're going to be meat shields is that obviously Ariovistus is there with the Swordmaster General for Suebi. So he's going to, Blindstorm with the Boii is going to need, or Boii Storm is going to need, Blindstorm with the Boii Storm. He's going to need a set of meat shields to protect his very dangerous mid-tier infantry. Of course, even the Bloodsworn, even the shitty Bloodsworn with fast charge and with pride popped would just cleave through all these sword followers, and possibly even the Oath Sworn at least trade very cost effectively with them. So he's going to need Celtic Warriors, he's going to need Levy Freemen aplenty to hold down the initial charge and then let his sword followers come in to support. Although if if this Suebi ball of melee death has pride, oh, holy shit, my computer cannot handle the dankness. It cannot handle the dankness. This has to be the swarm of Boii. This has to be the screenshot. He's obviously going to have like a ball of Bloodsworn, the ball of Bloodsworn with pride and fast charge popped, and then he's just going to issue attack orders, spam attack orders for like 3-4 seconds, and then just try and hit as many of the units and catch as many of the stronger units as possible, as quickly as possible, and hopefully that would win him the game, although I just don't see it happening. We can see Cimbri Bowwomen firing into Levy Freemen, not the greatest target, but they are getting great shots in and killing off a lot of them very quickly, strangely enough. The 2 Heavy Horse might be a bit too less for Blindstorm. He might need he maybe even could have brought some Light Horse. Light Horse would be just quick enough to interrupt charges at the last second, and they are cheap enough that they, even if they die to charges, as long as they stop the charge like that, they would have completed their purpose. Not to mention, since all of Suebi is so light, even the charge from a Light Horse would probably do a decent bit of damage. Now, the Cimbri Bowmen should be firing onto the rear of the... Oh, they're firing into the Naked Warriors, which itself is a very good idea. They're getting a lot of kills, although firing into the Oath Sworn, into the rear of the Oath Sworn, would probably be the best idea because Trimalchio really doesn't have any units that can counter an Oath Sworn. He's only got 1 Swordmaster and he's got a Hex Bearer, which is very strange. He's got these, and not that the Hex Bearers would be of any importance against an Oath Sworn, they just will never ever do anything against Oathsworn. Oh, he's popped fast charge. He's popped fast charge on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. The Bloodsworn are going to come into charge. He's already managed to circle around with some units. This is just brilliant play, man. This is why I like Trimalchio when he plays. He just plays so well, and it's so weird. Like, oh man, I just love him. Heavy Horse here, getting slaughtered. They're holding down a lot of these units, and they're getting a fair number of kills. 50 kills on the charge against Bloodsworn. And these Bloodsworn could be very, very, very strong, but the Heavy Horse are getting shattered in the process. Celtic Light Horse would have been just as effective in this role, but now some of the Bloodsworn actually got a decent charge, and they're cleaving through a lot of these Celtic warriors here. Heavy Horse dead. The Celtic warriors coming into support. This is so far so good for Blindstorm. Bloodsworn are going to drop very, very quickly. Where is the General? The General needs to pop Pride very, very soon. Although, actually now would be a decent enough time to pop Pride. You can see some of the Javelins didn't hit the Swordmaster General. He's going to come in. He's still got Frenzy Charge, Fast Charge, but it's finally dissipated. He's getting a lot of kills. He will get a lot of kills on the charge though. Some of the Naked Warriors are chasing after the Kimbri Bowmen on the Horse Runners, actually getting a decent number of kills. Now the Noble Riders can come in and just destroy them. Here though, the Bloodsworn have started to get a decent number of kills, and now he's popped Pride. 3 units have got Pride, including his all-important General, and they're just going to slaughter through these sword followers. And the Bloodsworn themselves will do very well against these Axe Warriors too. So yeah, but I just don't see how the sword followers, and especially the Oathsworn, are just going to tank through the sides. The General is doing very well. He's lost only 3 men, and he's going to cleave through all of those units. How many times have I said cleave through? Take a shot every time I've said cleave through. But then you'll just die of alcohol poisoning. Here, Naked Warriors, they've used Frenzy, kind of wasted it, killed off a Kimbri Bowman. Could be pretty important. Here, Noble Riders hit the Celtic Bowmen, killed off the Levy Freeman, and then they're going to come into the other Celtic Bowmen. Beautiful job there. They've lost around 20 men, and now this is just a massive blob that somehow the Bloodsworn have managed to, hold out. No idea how. The Swordmaster is doing very well against the Sword Followers, but the Swordmasters themselves are not the greatest unit. But with that deadly combo of abilities, they'd be just so deadly. Deadly combo of abilities, they'd be so deadly. Blade Master Commentator of the Year. But yeah, they're getting a decent number of kills. The sword followers are going to lose, especially once that Noble Rider comes into rear charge. But look at the number of units here. There's a full strength Warden-ass Spear. There's a bunch of Horse Runners and Kimbri Bowmen. The Oathsworn is getting separated from the main line. The main line for Suebi is crumbling, but they're managing to hold off. But this holding off all of these units is going to be worthless if he's not able to rear charge. But fortunately, he's managed to get a hole, or poke through, or managed to create a hole basically through the center of the army. And you can see that the Hex Bearers are really making their presence felt. They're making these sword followers start to waver. The General is not doing very well, though. He's already starting to waver. And here the Noble Riders are going to come in for a rear charge. The Oathsworn General manages to hold them off. Although the Hex Bearers are just going to play a big role here. Along with rear charges from Noble Riders, you can see a lot of these sword followers are not going to withstand extended combat. The General has recently died for the Suebi, so it's going to be very interesting to see. The Bloodsworn have 55 morale, which isn't the greatest, but it's a lot that, for a 420 talent unit, that's excellent. Oathsworn got charged by Warden-ass Spears. Warden-ass Spears will do very decently on the charge, and then all of these Kimbri Bowwomen and Horse Runners are going to fire into their rear. Excellent job here by Trimalchio isolating an Oathsworn unit, and then just using the numbers advantage, using the skirmish advantage to just slaughter them. And now, due to the Hex Bearers, the Hex Bearers and the Noble Rider rear charge has just caused a mass panic and mass rout of these relatively low morale Axe Warriors and Celtic Warriors, and there we go. Just in a matter of seconds, the numbers advantage of the Boii has just vanished. And now the Oathsworn General is surrounded. The Bloodsworn are going to come in to charge into these sword followers. The sword followers will do brilliantly against Bloodsworn here. They're going to just rack up so many kills so quickly. But he's managed to kill off an Oathsworn so easily. And then the Naked Warriors over here down to 28 men, not going to do too much. The Warden-ass Spear down to half strength. Axe Warrior is going to come in. And all the while, Kimbri Bowmen are going to take shots in the rear. Just brilliant play here, splitting his army into 3, making sure that the skirmishers like this Horse Runner over here get the best shots from the best angles possible. And that's how he's managing to steadily turn the tide of this battle around in his favor. It's insane. I mean, the Celtic Warriors here are going to get destroyed. The Bloodsworn have done very decently for the most part. despite the Celtic Warriors being used pretty effectively by Blindstorm as a front line, the Bloodsworn over here are going to get a charge in. They have a 33 charge bonus, which means they'll get a decent number of kills on the charge. But after that, they're not going to do much. Although, at this point, he doesn't really need them to do much. Somehow, he's managed to win out against this Boii swarm. The Boii swarm brought by Blindstorm. And then the sword followers here at half strength, just not going to do anything compared to all these units. Look at the Kimbri Bowmen. They're going to really rack up the kills now against these Celtic warriors. It's just going to rain down fire. These Celtic warriors is poor shields. The small shields of them is just not going to withstand anything. I think they have like a 35 to 40% missile block chance against so much ammo from so many archers. They're just going to get completely hammered. And then the general has managed to do very, very admirably. Double XP chevron, nothing less to be expected. But army losses, look at the number of units left here. Just managed to isolate, pick apart Celtic warriors. This is a masterful display from Trimalchio. That's why I keep, I haven't seen many people use Suebi as well as he has. He's just a master of Suebi, and he lives up to the name in this match. Very, very well done. Excellent match to catch too. I challenge you to bring this sort of build with Boii. Come up against that sort of build. Sorry, this sort of build with Suebi. Come up against that sort of build with Boii, and manage to win rather effectively. Look at the number of Kimbri Bowmen left. 3 Kimbri Bow. He only mismicroed with 1. And considering the type of army that he brought, that is a huge achievement. The horse runners themselves would do very decently in extended combat at such a late stage in the game. And most importantly, he had a noble rider here with 281 kills and a full strength that could just pummel through whatever it was remaining, even if the Kimbri Bowmen didn't have any ammo. The Celtic warriors here got slaughtered by the Bloodsworn on the charge. Maybe bringing what's their face? The Levy Freeman would have been a better idea. Naked Warriors, huge disappointment as to be expected. Shouldn't be bringing the Naked Warriors in any situation. Should have brought more of the sword followers, more Celtic bowmen in my opinion. Couldn't have let his army get picked apart like that. That's why you need the extended maneuverability of at least 4 heavy horse. Bringing 2 heavy horse again was a big mistake, I think. The Warden Spears did very well. Again, no one would have expected someone to split apart an army as non-maneuverable as this. But the non-maneuverability comes with its own caveat. All of these guys are super light, so all of them can outrun all of the Boii infantry. The 2 heavy horse can be matched and beaten by 2 noble riders. So in that sense, he just had everything going for him. Beautifully executed, beautiful army. Wow, awesome. So yeah, that's the end of this battle replay, guys. Thank you to Trimalchio for sending it to me, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Peace.